I brain blasted into his body.
Stop saying that!
I'm gonna my pants in the Pax Battle. Hey, you want to find a dark closet and with me?
I'm gonna f***ing lose it. Yo, we killed it.
Damn, we're so good.
Hello, and welcome back to Binge and Cringe. This is episode 6. I'm Joe, and I'm here with...
Stanz,
as always. Stanz, I heard before we started this episode that you have a really interesting anecdote that you wanted to start with.
I would like to tell the people that this is fake news, false flag, stolen valor. Because what happened is Joe is like, hey, we're going to record 2. This will be fine. No, we're prepped. We're ready to go.
Oh, you're revealing this up top that we recorded another one before this. Wow.
Because the last episode, you were like, I'm not going to lie to the people.
Stanz.
We're going to do this, even though we both changed shirts. And so you were like, okay, we're ready. Let's go. All right, we're recording. Now do a funny anecdote. And I'm not a trained dog here. I didn't write a funny anecdote. I don't have anything to talk about. And then I got to thinking about what your anecdotes were, and it was just 2 slur segments last episode.
We can't do back-to-back intro slur segments, Stanz. This is... Do you know why?
Yeah, I don't ever want to do slur segment.
We can't do
I'm
this
out.
because all the comments agreed, and they said that you were the slur man, and that's proof because you're bringing up slurs again on the podcast,
the slur
Stanz.
King. And
Every comment.
Obviously, we're recording this back to back. No one's even heard the last episode yet.
I don't know what you're talking about. They all heard and they all agreed with me. And the fact that you're bringing up slurs again shows that it's all you and the comments were right.
Again, 10 minutes after you brought them up on the last episode. Funny anecdotes. I was at PAX this weekend, and we were going to record an
I was
episode
actually meant to
while
ask
I was
you,
there.
how was PAX?
It was really cool. PAX is huge, right? It's one of the biggest conventions there is, like multi-halls. Played a bunch of fun indie games. Ate a bunch of Idahoan Hidden Valley Ranch seasoned shreds, TM.
Oh, don't say TMT. Can I? I'm not contractually obligated to say shit. They look fucking disgusting. You show me a picture and I was like, what?
It's shreds. I pull up producer Jimmy. Pull up a picture of shreds.
Okay, don't say pull up like you're surprised. You told me about this. Is this? Can you not? Are you trying to make out like we've not had this conversation before, or do you forget this conversation?
Did we have this conversation on the pod?
No, we had this conversation off.
Then it's a new conversation, brother. What are you talking about? If we didn't monetize it, we never had it.
Don't act like I haven't already said these look fucking disgusting. And I think this is one of the things that I think is insane. Because Americans sit on their fucking high horse and go, who would have beans for breakfast? Beans on toast? That's crazy.
Right. No, beans on toast is good.
Yeah, I know that you're on the right side of history with that. But then you look at potatoes that are covered in ranch and they're fucking shreds. It looks
not
absolutely disgusting.
They're covered in cheese with a little ranch seasoning.
It looks
and there's
awful.
Also triple cheddar.
I've shown a picture for reference so people in the chat can know. And there's going to be Americans that go, that doesn't look bad. What the hell? And then there's every British person who's going to see that and be like, what the fuck is this? This is insane. Americans are fucked.
Right, British people notoriously fine dining.
Well, first of all, yes, we actually have a shit ton of like Michelin star restaurants.
Yes, a lot of great French restaurants. You do have a lot of French restaurants there.
I don't know why you're specifying French. Where are they? Are they in France?
They can be anywhere. What are you talking about? It's French cuisine.
Okay, sorry. How many American Michelin star restaurants do you have?
Tons. Barbecue. American food, baby.
Yeah, but that doesn't count because it's stolen valor for you.
Yeah. Oh, fuck yeah. Barbecue, baby. Ooh,
sorry, I'm pretty sure barbecue falls under like soul food. Am I correct?
Yeah, soul food was developed in the American South. Yes, soul food.
Famously by white people.
Not by white people. You're conflating Americans with white people.
Interesting.
That's your mistake.
No, I'm conflating you celebrating at the fact that your culture is soul food.
Our American culture,
hell
one of our
barbecue, that's
Sorry,
me.
am I not allowed to like jazz because black people pioneered it? What are you doing here, man? That's an American thing. I'm proud of my country.
We're arguing where it comes from. I'm saying you going like, yeah, me and all of my brothers, we love soul food. It's so funny.
It comes from a state in America. What do you want me to say?
Yeah, I'm just saying that the restaurants are in the UK, so we have a lot of good food.
But they're
here.
serving foreign food, is all I'm saying. They're not serving. How many Michelin restaurants do like a full English breakfast? Is what I'm saying. Not many.
Okay, a full English breakfast isn't like Michelin star food. That's like saying
exactly.
Okay, but I'd say the same thing. How many do like burgers and fries. Not that many.
Well, burgers and fries is just one American food. Soul food, also American. There's lots of American.
Yeah, there's you win. Sorry, your only point is soul food, in my opinion.
Because that's what I'm proud of. That's what I'm proud of here.
No, I'm not. I mean, like, literally, there isn't any. Not that that's the only one you've come up with. There isn't any. That's why that's the only one.
Any other American foods?
Exactly.
Is that what you're saying?
Right? Because neither of us. My argument isn't that the UK is full of like fucking great culture. My argument is that we equally, British people and Americans, equally have a good
I guess
amalgamation of lots of different cultures.
Yes, we do have an amalgamation. But what I am saying is that we have 1 and you have 0. We're not up at the 10s and the 20s, but that 1 pushes us over the edge.
You're wrong, but I am fine with conceding as long as we both agree that we both have good food because we have other cultures' food, right? It's not. I don't think any.
And that other culture for us is Americans.
Yes, for you it's American, of course.
For us it's Americans, and for you it's other countries.
No, I think most people, when they're making that argument, they're not trying to make the argument that like British people don't have good food as like their food. They make out that like that good food doesn't exist in the UK.
That's crazy. Handshake. That's insane.
That's all I'm saying.
It's a metropolitan area with tons of money and a melting pot and cultures. Yeah, there is great food in the UK. 100%. I am just saying that like food that was invented there.
Oh, I'm completely on board with that. That's why that's why the soul food thing. I'm allowing that because the main argument is that people say that the UK doesn't have any good food, which is insane because if you're using the argument of like the culture, then I'd say America doesn't really have any and soul food's the only one. But if you're using the argument of like all food that you can get there, then we both have good food because of the many different cultures that you can order food from. So.
Right. It just comes down to money. If countries are like rich, developed countries, they're going to have good food because people are going to pay money to eat good food. Straight up.
It sucks. The reason that we have good food kind of sucks because like we have great Indian food because we fucking were notoriously colonizers of India. So, but hey, at least we got good Indian food now. You know?
Was it worth it?
It definitely wasn't, but it also wasn't me, so I can't take that back. But I can enjoy Indian food.
I know you don't mean this way, and you're also not American. So like some of the things that is like one of the first things that people say when they are like a little bit racist is like, well, it wasn't me. You know what I mean? Sorry, my great-great-grandparents did it. I didn't do it. And so like my eyes roll in the back of my head when I hear it.
Oh, that's so funny.
That's an American thing.
Yeah, I mean, there's... have you seen... This might sound crazy. Have you seen Atlanta? Like a crazy segue.
The TV show. Or the city.
The show, the Donald Glover show.
I have not seen the show now.
Around season 3 or 4... they just kind of stopped telling a story that was like narratively driven, that was like episodic, and they just had random standalone episodes that were just like focuses on like different like interesting black related stories. And they did one episode that was like a what if white people had to be held accountable for their like previous generation's actions for like slavery.
Sure.
So one guy who like worked for a really like famous tech company got sued because their grandparents were slave owners and the person who sued them won. So it started like a precedent that then every single black person sued every single white person.
Everyone. Yeah, reparations were flowing.
Yeah, and it was so... And then instantly, like, all the like, families that were, like, white passing would be like, actually, I'm an immigrant and I didn't have any... I didn't have any slaves at all. And they were, like, so judgmental of the white people whose families did have slaves. And it was, like, a complete... Like, the concept was so fucking interesting.
Right, you would have, like, Irish people or Italian people being like, oh, not us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Like, and then, like, the main character's, like, wife disowns him and says, I can't believe you've, like, done this. And he's like, but I didn't do anything. It wasn't me, guys. It wasn't me.
Right. Is that a canonical episode, or is it, like, a wakes up, or, like, that episode didn't happen? Like,
well, that's the thing. They never address that this is, like, a different universe, and they don't have any of the other characters in it, but then there's one character that's kind of in all of them. They just you know that it's almost like a what if, basically, but it's like in the middle of the season and has nothing to do with the rest of the season apart from like theming. So it's really interesting. Atlanta's great. I love the show. But you mentioning it wasn't me. I didn't do it. It reminded me of that episode. 'Cause it's such a good episode, dude.
Speaking of majority black casts on television shows, I started a new TV show this week.
Ooh, did you tell me about this? Maybe on stream? What is it?
No, because I started it on the plane back last night.
Oh, then you definitely didn't. What's the show?
It's Abbott Elementary. You ever heard of it?
Yes, I watched a couple episodes. Really good.
Oh, great. Yeah, I started it last night. I watched like the first 2 episodes. It's very funny. It's just The Office, but if it's black people.
I thought it was like Brooklyn Nine-Nine, but if it was black teachers. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, all those shows are the same, right? The fake interview. Yeah. It's just funny that it took that long and that like now it has like massive.
Yeah, and everyone's surprised that it's good for some reason.
Yeah, and they're like, I didn't think I'd be able to relate to black people. It's like, what are you talking about, lady? What are you talking about? Yeah. It's like Atlanta's too rough for him, but I can watch Abbott Elementary. They're kind of working their way up the system. Yeah. Can I tell you something about shreds that I'm not sure I can legally say on any other medium?
Yes. Wait, sorry. Is this podcast or are you saying this off podcast?
Yeah, this is podcast.
Wait, okay.
I'll start this. We'll do a compliment sandwich. I actually really liked shreds, and I ate a lot of them. And then the bad part was an hour later while I'm at the shreds booth, explosive diarrhea. I was in the bathroom for so long.
I saw one picture. I am not surprised. Holy shit, that's not coming out well.
I was fighting for my life. And it's tough because all these cosplayers, it's at PAX, are going in the bathroom to change. And I'm in line. And the guy in front of me has like 7 bags and a Sephiroth sword. And I'm like, I'm going to shit my pants in the PAX bathroom. There's 2 stalls in here. And I can see a guy changing into the pizza tower guy in there. And it's just taking so long. I'm sweating. I'm starting to get a little bit like lightheaded. My vision is going. I didn't make it into the bathroom, but my
Sorry,
God.
It sounded like you said I didn't make it into the bathroom.
No, I did. I made it. Sorry. I did not. I did not shit my pants. I have before. I did not shit my pants at PAX, but I will say that shreds on an empty stomach got me a little rumbly.
Oh no, dude. Was that before or after you met with Nate?
Nate was there all day. I told Nate, I was like, hey, I'm going to be in the bathroom. Take my lav. You don't want to hear this.
That's so funny.
You don't want to hear this because he had the headphones on, like connected to me the whole day.
That's so funny.
Save him.
Wait, what was he doing? Was he there for like actual stuff? I thought he was just visiting.
No, he was there. He was, Genji hired him to film like the ad.
Oh, fuck yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, they asked me, they're like, hey, do you know anyone? And I messaged Nate and I was like, hey, man, you want to go to PAX?
Dude, that's so sick. Why didn't I work with both of you? Why didn't neither of you tell me this was happening? What the hell? I told you on a regular basis.
I have a whole nother life without you, by the way.
But we talk. They're both people that I talk to every day. That's crazy that neither of you said anything, that you were both doing a thing.
Yeah, he sent a picture in the editor's chat that was like, on my way to PAX.
Yeah, because I thought he was going to PAX, because I thought if he was working with you on a cool thing, that it would have come up in conversation that I have with you both daily.
No, he was working hard.
That's sick. Hell yeah. Stanz.
Yes.
Everything comes back to Glee.
Everything comes back to Glee.
Every time, personally, and I know that I am in some kind of like Glee bubble where I see a lot of Glee things on social media because I'm doing binge and cringe related things all the time. So I'm always looking at Glee.
You're being served constant Glee clips.
Yeah, but the zeitgeist of pop culture always seems to bring up Glee whenever I'm looking up things. So things that happened recently that will be not as topical whenever this episode comes out.
Okay.
Trump's mugshot came out and the internet fucking lost their shit and went crazy.
I love dating these episodes because this is old even now. This came out a week ago, didn't it?
Yeah, it isn't cool, new or topical. And it definitely won't be when this episode came out. But when that happened, there was a Glee tweet about it that I saw, which I was like, interesting. Glee being popular in the global thing. And it's not like, I don't know, this got like 2 or 3 likes. This got like 33,000 likes, 1.5 million views on this tweet.
Yeah, me if liking the Glee cover of a song more than the original ever becomes illegal. I didn't even see this like meme template idea, but it's very funny.
So, and it's true, dude, because the people love. I wish I could do a Donald Trump impression, but I can't. But I'm holding my fingers like I am doing a Donald Trump impression.
Yeah, you're doing the Donald Trump. Okay,
dude. People love Glee songs. You have to understand. They've been saying it, and you have to understand that Glee is loved by the populace.
They've been saying it.
People have been saying it. They don't want to believe it, but it's true. Because the covers of Glee songs are actually fucking so sick, and they do such a good job. And you haven't even heard a mashup yet, Stanz, which we will get to at some point.
So far, actually talking about things being served algorithmically, since we started listening to Glee, I've been getting a lot of Pitch Perfect TikToks.
Oh, interesting. That is definitely one we're going to watch at some point.
Literally mashups on mashups on mashups. Everything is a mashup.
Which wouldn't exist without Glee. Pitch Perfect is like
is a result of the success of Glee.
100%. Glee walked so Pitch Perfect could run, but Glee's better, so it's not that mean.
And then Pitch Perfect 1 ran, so Pitch Perfect 3 could kind of stumble.
Yes, 100%. But that wasn't it, Stats. One thing is like, oh, that's just a coincidence. Multiple things. Now we're really seeing that Glee is still in the psyche of the youth of today. You know?
Right. Sorry. Glee cast reunites at the SAG-AFTRA strike.
See,
this is not in the zeitgeist. It's just a picture of the people.
No, but you'd think people wouldn't care, but people do care because people love Glee. People are saying this. They don't want to believe it, but it's true.
I'm sorry, is that Schue in the middle?
No, I don't think he's actually there. A lot of the main cast aren't there.
Young. Yeah, I don't see anyone I recognize.
So there are reasons why you don't see a lot of the people that you would recognize.
Well, one of them's fucking dead, if I remember right.
3 of them are dead. So
3 of them are fucking dead.
Yeah. And maybe 4? 3.
Yeah,
a lot of people are dead.
A single person. Besides the principal, obviously.
The principal over to the left is Brittany on the far left with the blonde hair.
With the glasses?
Yeah, the guy.
That's Brittany?
Yeah.
Brittany S. Pierce?
Brittany S. Pierce. Yeah, Brittany.
Wow. Yeah.
The guy at the bottom with the fro is the guy that said, I want to kill myself that one time.
I don't even remember that, but I love it.
What do you mean you don't remember that? He was you, Stans. He was like, if I don't have sex soon, I'm going to kill myself or something like that. The
Celibacy Club. Yeah. Interesting.
At the far, far back, like hidden in the shadows, he doesn't look white. It's the coach.
The PE teacher? Yeah, the coach. Okay, got it.
So there's a couple of faces that you know.
Wait, is that not Schue in the right back next to the coach?
No.
Who's that man? Just the fat Schue?
I have no idea. Fat Schue is crazy.
Sorry, I not like, you get older. We all get older. I got older.
But that's...
Is that Artie with the glasses looking kind of cool on the left?
I think
I'm sorry,
so.
does Artie use a wheelchair in real life?
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Yes, Artie
then it's unlikely it's him. He would
user.
probably be a front row guy.
I've already closed the thing. I don't know what... I've stopped looking at the picture. I'm sorry.
Got it. No worries.
I could reopen it, but that's going to take a lot of effort, you know?
Okay, so these are your 2 things making me think that Glee is back in the zeitgeist.
Not
one
back.
Of which
it never
has
left. Stanz, it never left
of
the zeitgeist. It's here to stay. Glee is a staple of American and British culture.
So we finished watching the last episode, which was like a very drama-filled episode, and I was compelled to tweet about it. And I was like, this is insane.
Wait,
this is
really?
The year 22. I was like, it's crazy that Puck had sex with Quinn when she's Finn's girl. I wanted to tweet that. You know what I mean?
Wait, you should. That would do numbers, actually.
That would not do numbers. Me live tweeting.
Do it now.
Maybe if it was one thread.
Do it now.
Maybe if I got one.
No, not live thread. Just that one tweet.
That tweet would not do numbers.
Because everyone would get the reference, though. And people instantly would like.
Would.
No, that's what I'm saying. This will prove it, Stan. Do it. Tweet it now.
I'm going to tweet it.
Tweet it now, and then at the end of this episode, after we've talked about episode 5 of Glee, we will come back and see how well that tweet is performing in comparison to like other tweets that you've done.
Crazy that Puck and Quinn had sex when he's Finn's best friend. Is that a good tweet?
When Quinn is Finn's girl. I think saying Finn's girl is funny. Just the way that was the way you phrased it initially. I thought it was funny.
Yeah, but it just feels so like gender roles. Like that's Finn's girl. You know what I mean? Like I don't believe that.
Then don't say that. I don't know. I thought it was funnier. I want this tweet to get likes, and you're sabotaging it, Stanz.
I'm not sabotaging it. I didn't even want to make the tweet. I was just like, it was my thought. There's like.
It's very funny that was your initial thought, was to tweet out about Glee drama from fucking 2009 or whatever the fuck it was.
Crazy that Quinn cheated on Finn with Puck. Sad face.
And then you should reply to that tweet in about 5 minutes and be like, and she's giving away the baby?
All right, for you, I made that tweet. That tweet sucks ass.
There was a reason, actually, that I brought up the SAG strike, though, because we've talked previously about how that could be affecting movies in the future and how it could be kind of scary.
Yes.
But I didn't think about this. It's affecting movies now. Did you see that Dune has been delayed to 2024 when it's ready now?
What will I ever do?
No, I know that you didn't like
everyone
Dune.
knows that I was a Dune hater.
But the concept of a movie being completely done, a big blockbuster ready to release, and because their actors can't promote it, they're delaying it for like 6 months is crazy. It's done.
I do think that's crazy because I wonder how much juice the actors have. You know what I mean?
Clearly enough for them to think that it would bomb if they weren't able to
right, but I think they're wrong. As long as the actors aren't actively sabotaging it, it's a sequel. Like the movie's cut off. People want the resolution.
I think I can't remember what production house is doing Dune. It's going to be one of the big ones. I don't know if it's Warner Brothers, but they had a huge bomb with The Flash. And
right, but that's the Flash. Everyone knew the Flash was going to suck. That's what I'm saying. This is like simple.
Yeah, but
it's
the companies think that was because it was during the SAG-AFTRA strikes, not because the actors cringe and it's going to do badly.
They know in their hearts that's a lie, right?
I think they're stupid. I genuinely don't think they understand that. Stanz, you must know this. I don't know if you know this fact, but you must know that they're stupid because they get the wrong idea, they being like fucking film companies. Whenever a film does well or doesn't do well, they almost assuredly will take the wrong reason for why it did or didn't do well. Like Barbie breaks $1 billion, does amazing. It's the highest grossing Warner Brothers film I think ever. And they looked at that and went, not like, how do we make a film that like talks about things in a way that is really digestible to the youth and to I don't know why I said youth, because it doesn't matter about age, you know, everyone loves Barbie.
Right. It's for everyone, yeah.
They didn't look at it and thought that. They instead went, okay, how many other Mattel products could we make into movies? Because that was the reason that Barbie did really well. So
I will say, to give them, I think nostalgia got that snowball rolling. And I think the fact that it was a great movie is like what made it work. But I do think there's a little, like, if you just nostalgia bait, people will go fucking see it.
Yeah, but then they were like going down the list of toys that they have. So
Yeah,
they were going to make
Connect
like
Four.
a Monopoly movie, which is like, what's the source there?
Dude, a Monopoly movie that's actually a critique of capitalism the way the board game was intended to be would go so fucking hard.
Yes,
bro.
but I don't think that's the like they're not
You
gonna
get evicted, someone buys up the property, you go to jail.
I think it would be really good
I'm
in this,
so on board with a Monopoly movie.
Yeah, but that's not how they would do it. I'm 99% sure that they're not going to take the reason that Barbie did well, which is that it was like taking that and twisting it and making it be like a commentary on what it's actually like, the roots, the core, like negatives and positives of the toy. I think they would just make a guy with a monocle go, oh, and be like, I am Mr. Rich Man, and look at my city. And like people get teleported into the games Athora style or Jumanji style rather than...
Yeah, I think that's just making a bad movie. And I think The Flash is a bad movie. I think they're making bad movies.
Yeah, well,
I think they know it's a bad movie.
Ever going to learn
That's
from
the
those
issue.
things. I don't think they're clever is what I'm saying. I think they're idiots and they don't know what is good or bad because they keep on making bad mistakes.
There's too many people. If it was one person, I would agree. And it's like, yeah, there's a buffoon there. But there's
always a buffoon at the top, though. And they're always trying to convince them of the correct thing to do. And it always takes a long time for them to actually understand, or they die. And finally, things could be, like, changes can be made.
I don't know if I'm simping. It's just like, it's hard for me to believe that they think that they thought that Flash was going to be a good movie. The only reason that maybe I'm the buffoon here is Aquaman made $1 trillion.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Which is like I can't even imagine a world. I feel like I
still haven't seen it, and I like superhero movies. So.
Yeah, it's very weird. So maybe weird. I just don't get it, but it feels like if it's a good movie, it'll do fine. And I think that Dune, Timothée Chalamet going and doing a press tour is not going to be the fucking difference between Dune 2.
No, but if you have to, for a good movie to get people to go and see it, it has to have some level of adverts for it and like promo, because you don't know it's a good movie until like you've heard about it, right?
If
you don't know a movie exists.
Reviewers aren't on strike, right? Aren't reviewers gonna fucking do it?
Yeah, but you're a boomer, Stanz. No one reads reviews.
Do people like watch gossip of Timothée Chalamet talking about the movie?
100%, yes.
I feel like what we do is we see movies and we see a trailer for a movie and then we go, oh, that's good or bad. Like we want to go see it.
A lot of promo for that kind of stuff is like red carpet interviews, is them like the actors talking and doing funny things.
I feel like only boomers watch that. You're calling me a boomer, but I think that content sucks ass.
No, it's all over the like every single short form like platform is full of that kind of stuff. Is actors on talk shows talking about things.
It's always like, which of your castmates would you rather date? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's never about the movie, but it gets the movie in their minds because they know that that's the reason they're doing this is because they're in a movie, and then they see, oh yeah, that guy's in a movie. I liked him on that talk show. I'll go and see that movie.
I think that's more impactful for shit movies than good movies.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And so I think that they're just wrong about Dune. I could be wrong. And maybe Dune is going to be a shit movie. But
I think
for me,
if the actors
especially
strike,
when you end a movie that should have been one part in two, and it's like you want to watch the second half, you already paid for the first half.
This is not a hate on Dune thing. This is a hypothetical topic, and that was just the stepping stone.
I know, but it's just the studio. And also, if the studio wants plausible deniability, just release it anyway. And if it bombs, be like, yeah, bro, fucking the strike. Bro.
Yeah, but then they lose a ton of money. It's not plausible deniability.
It's funny money. It's not real anyway. They're all filthy rich. You know
but they need the money because they're trying to, like, they're currently not going to be making any more money, right? They need to make sure they make as much money as possible because everyone's on strike. So they're just holding out. Right,
they have to fly everyone to South Korea to do their stuff.
Yeah, it's fucked. Yeah. This is a fucked situation. But I thought it's crazy that they're delaying movies, and maybe more, like, big blockbusters get delayed. I don't know how many more are even, like, close to being out. That they would delay, but
Mamma Mia 3, baby.
It is worrying that we were like, all of these movies are coming out that look so good, and then maybe none of them are going to come out, and they're all going to get delayed, and we're going to be fucked. But we'll see.
Yeah. Hey, so far it's been good. I've been excited. There was at least the first batch of movies that have been cooking over COVID and got a little more time in the oven, and I liked them. So I hope. I'm on siding with SAG-AFTRA, so I hope that
to be clear, we need to be very clear. Also, I had a thought that we've never addressed this, but I know that it's okay for us to do what we're doing under SAG-AFTRA laws. We're not fucking crossing the fence, the line, whatever the fuck.
The picket line. Yeah.
Because they've there's an amendment that like you can talk about videos, movies as like a review style, and that's okay. Even current things and things like that. So as long as you're not being
they're not
going to
get us for Hamilton and Glee though.
I don't think actors are allowed to even talk about like previous shows that they've been in now that they're on strikes and stuff.
Interesting. Well, once I'm an actor, I'll have to stop doing this podcast.
So true. I'm so that day I will cry, Stanz, when you become an actor, because it's never gonna happen.
I looked up an acting a theater school near me because I was like, that might be fun. That'd be something.
Wait, actually?
Yeah.
Interesting. You acted in a couple of ads, and you were like, "Wait, I've got the chops."
I mean, I love doing the ads. The ads were like, "Hey, play yourself and be a goofy guy for like a video game thing." But it's like, I think real acting is cool. I think like stage acting, like theater, is what I really think is interesting.
Ooh, you need to get singing lessons and do a musical, Stanz. That would be very sick.
I just don't know if I'll ever have a singing voice. My singing voice is not very good.
The emphasis for me was definitely on the singing lessons before that happens. After hearing
that's what I'm saying. But I think even
things.
With lessons, I don't know if I can get there.
I think you could. I
feel like I could do the other parts. I don't know if I could get the
You'd have a really good voice. I think it's the pitch that is definitely the issue.
Isn't that part of the voice?
No, because it's like all about the tone and the timbre of the voice. Like,
what if I just do a full Gilbert Godfried? All right, this is my voice now. And then,
Well,
like,
I
it's
feel
like,
like
I'm different.
famously Gilbert Godfrey's done that. That's not, you can't just do what someone else is doing. You need a different
but
weird voice if you're going to
Zoomers
do
don't
that.
know about him. You know what I mean? There needs to be a new Gilbert Gottfried.
Usually this isn't good. This is an awful transition, but I was going to say I have a good transition for this.
Sorry, Gilbert Gottfried's in this episode of Glee. Roll, roll, roll!
I've instantly made it a really bad transition by calling out for it, but I was I was going to say, do you think that Ludwig sounds like Gilbert Gottfried sometimes?
No, not at all. Even when he does his whiny voice, I don't think so. No.
I feel like sometimes they are, like, it feels like sometimes, less now, but like back in the day, that he would be doing like a Gilbert Gottfried impression, like when he did his like boys.
Yeah. The only time he sounds a little bit like it now is when he does his Northern Line impression, which he does all the time.
Yeah,
he doesn't even think it's an impression. It's just part of his inflection now.
He doesn't. I've not heard him do it for a while because he doesn't really do like his YouTubery voice. But like old Ludwig would, like, it would be a Gilbert Gottfried impression like every stream basically. But the reason I thought it was a good transition is because this episode is relevant to Ludwig.
Oh, how so?
I'm sure you know of this famous clip of Ludwig singing in one of his show choirs that he did.
Was it the Queen song?
Yeah, Somebody to Love. Him doing the can to start the song.
Is he the one who does it? It was like
It was his sub alert.
Sub alert. Yeah, I didn't even know that was him. I didn't even know it was Queen for like a long time. I had no idea what it was.
Yeah, it was Queen, and it's the first letter, it's the first line note of Somebody to Love. So at the start, unfortunately, the camera's not on him. I don't know what the camera person was doing. They end up zooming out. I think he's like somewhere over here.
Oh, I see him in the... Wait, is that him in the back?
I don't think that's him.
No.
I think there's even more people over here.
Oh, so we never see him.
Because there's female and male singers. And I think there's female and male singers because they're doing the Glee version of this song as though it's a duet. Which...
What?
I'm pretty sure that's why they're doing it like this, because they've got female and male as a duet, which is not normally a duet. It's only a duet from Glee.
Right.
As far as I'm
aware,
I could be
you
wrong.
found that tweet that was like, take my Glee songs, I'd rather have you take my fucking eyes.
Exactly,
Yeah,
dude. Because people love the covers, and they do the cover versions from Glee. And it's so funny that everyone here is looking off camera to where Ludwig is, but he's not being filmed.
Yeah, and it feels like they kind of laugh when he hits the note, which is very rude.
There's people in the audience are like, is that the start? Oh, dear.
And I think they're like, is that supposed to be a bit? You know, like, oh, he's bad on purpose? That's not...
Did they get someone in from the crowd? Who's this guy?
Yeah. I always thought when I heard his sub alert that he was saying cash. Cash. You know,
because he was happy that he got funny. That's so
for
funny.
like years, and then I found this out, and I never listened.
Right, we'll hear it one more time. The note changing is so funny as well. I feel like I'm not a good enough singer to be able to be like, is that in key? But I think he said himself that it's not great.
Right. Yeah.
So in the episode, Stanz, Glee performs Somebody to Love. This version, exactly what we've
the Ludwig version.
The Ludwig version, yes. So in honor of Lud, when we watch it, when we get to that point, we've got to do our best. There we go. You've got it, Stanz. And by got it, I mean you did it exactly how Ludwig did. Not very well. Let's go.
That's what I was doing. The impression. It was perfect. I was
great impression
with his off-pitch version.
Speaking of this episode, it's not like we have just seen the last episode of Glee.
Right.
So it's going to be really, really hard for you to remember what happened last episode.
Well, you changed the script. You were like, no, it's not last episode anymore. It's now the whole season. Do the whole arc.
You got to do the whole arc.
It's 30 seconds. What is it?
Yeah, you got 30 seconds to do a thing. But not right now, because first I want to get your predictions for the episode we're about to watch. What do you think is going to happen?
Oh, interesting. Now, this is going to sound insane based on the last episode and the outro.
Okay.
They might throw a fucking filler rep in here.
What, after that bombshell?
After that, they might. So there's two options. It's either filler rep or it's like continuation, and this is like a two-parter. I have a feeling that we might get a filler rep about the strawberries. What are the cheerleaders called? The cans.
Wait, I'd forgotten. What are the cheerleaders called?
Oh yeah, you're laughing at me. I don't know.
No, I'm laughing at you calling them the strawberries, but
the cherry bombs.
The Cheerios. There we go.
The Cheerios.
Yeah, the strawberries. It's so similar.
I think that we might see, so I think they have to introduce a little bit more about this musical that the pedophile guy is running. Because we're going to get a little bit of
We actually didn't even talk about the pedophile's back employed at the school.
Which,
in the last
we don't
recap.
need to talk about. It's crazy. It's insane. Ignore him. He's back. It's weird. But
Very
I think
weird.
that we'll introduce a little bit more of this musical thing. I think Rachel needs to somehow be clued in onto Finn's drama. Like, Finn is obviously losing it. Like, oh, his girlfriend's pregnant, but he doesn't even know. Maybe Rachel finds out that it's actually Puck's baby, but Finn doesn't know, and she's like trying to come to terms.
Oh, and so she has to tell him. Okay. So
But
you're
she?
predicting the triangle is going to turn into a square, Stans. You're thinking there's going to be 4 of them involved in this.
No. It's more like 2 triangles hooked together, because I don't think Puck and Sabrina
Well, hey,
are
2
gonna
right
be
angle
together.
triangles. You know what it makes?
2 right angle triangles makes a triangle. It's just a big triangle.
Well, not if they're put together a certain way.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, they can make either.
They make a square, dude. That's what I'm saying.
Or a bigger triangle, which is what
Or a
I'm
bigger
saying. So yeah, I think there could be some of that. Maybe they do address it. The episode is called Dusty Rhodes Take Me Home or some shit.
Yeah. Which there's a reason for that. There's a new character introduced into this episode.
Interesting. Well, that might give a hint.
A hint at what?
No, a hint at like, well, what archetype are they missing? You know what I mean?
Interesting.
And I think one thing could be like an alpha male for Schues to compete with alpha male in terms of like Glee Club. You know what I mean? Someone that he is like he wants to like. Maybe Emma likes this guy, and even though he doesn't like Emma, he like feels weird about it, and like, oh, these kids respect him more. You know what I mean? That's an episode at some point for sure in the run of the show. I don't know how early on it's going to be. I think obviously Finn needs to find out, but that might not be soon.
There's so many, after last episode, like you said, there's so much drama, so many reveals that anything could happen at this point.
Yeah, they've opened up a lot of possible lines, and they literally could do an episode where it's like, we went to the circus, and they just do, oh,
they do zero plots.
And they just do Britney Spears circus for some reason. You're like, what the fuck, dude?
Wait, that would be fire. You should write the series. What the hell? I know that episode.
That literally is what it takes to write. Not to discount the writers. I support labor, but like that is the show.
We've just talked about the SAG-AFTRA strike, and then you're
it's
these
like, hey,
fucking writers don't know what the fuck they're doing.
It's the same reason that like the nostalgia worked for Barbie to get people snowballing. It's like, hey, what did people listen to 10 years ago? Like, oh yeah, they're gonna love this. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then just make a plot around that.
Okay, so they're your predictions. It could be a filler episode. There's going to be...
Somebody to Love is a song in this, which means that there's like unrequited love at some point. And I think there's going to be 2 because you mentioned it's a duet. So I think it could be Rachel saying like she wants somebody to love and it's Finn.
It's interesting, Stan. You seem to have forgotten that this is a musical, correct? But it is also a musical about a Glee club. It might just be a song that they're performing in Glee.
You're insane. They wouldn't just perform a song. It has to be tied into the story. Otherwise, it's just fucking listening to music.
No,
crazy.
Okay. Well, this is going to be a very interesting episode.
Here's the crazy thing. I think Puck is singing somebody to love because he likes Quinn. And that's like unrequited. And I think that Rachel's singing it because she likes Finn. And that's my guess. Lock it in. I think that's big. I think that's bigly.
That's a big guess. You've thrown your... Okay, if you get this one, I'll give you big ego...
Okay, well, now I know it's not that because you wouldn't say this because you know what's going to happen. You son of a bitch.
Now, Stans, I am getting up my timer. Are you ready? You've already talked a little bit about what happened previously. You have 30 seconds. Oh, by the way, I think this episode coming up is the first episode that's going to do the thing that we're doing now.
So we've been doing it for no reason?
Well, you're going to see it, Stans. Here's what you missed on Glee. We're about to watch the next episode, and I think it does that in this next episode, is what I'm saying.
Got it.
The reason we've been doing this whole time.
Perfect.
So,
love that.
I won't give you a countdown. I'll say the words. Are you ready?
Yes.
And here's what you missed on Glee.
Kurt got busted dancing by his dad, so told him he was on the football team, which he wasn't, so he asked Finn to put him on the team. He got very good at kicking the ball. Turns out his dad wasn't a homophobe the whole time. He knew he was gay. In the meantime, it is revealed that Schues' wife is not pregnant, but she is going to try and steal Quinn's baby. Quinn is pregnant, not from the hot tub cum, from Puck, even though she's in the celibacy club. We have not seen any other characters. Mercedes has been gone. Artie has been gone, so let's get them back in at the circus episode.
That's what you missed on Glee. Right, so we're going to get into the episode. If you are subscribed on Patreon, then you can watch along with us using the extension. If you're not, check it out. There's a sign up for free button. I'm 99% sure if I've made it work, which means that you can just interact with all the posts. It doesn't cost any money. And then if at some point, if you want to, you can. You don't need to pay. You can just do that and have a look and get previews to things.
Can we make the first episode free, or how does that work? Or do you just get the extension and then...
I might be able to, yeah.
That'd be kind of cool, because then people could see what they're missing.
Yeah, for sure. I'll see if I can make that work. I don't know if the extension would work. It might be kind of cringe, but I will look into it.
Fair
but
enough.
for
If it doesn't
now,
work, no worries.
there's polls. You can interact with things. You can see previews. And if you like what you see, then you can join the Patreon. But it's just a nice little feature to add. So if you're watching along with us, then go ahead, go onto Disney Plus, watch using the extension. And if you're not, here's a little preview of what you missed. I want nothing more than Finn and Rachel to have sex on stage, but...
Jesus Christ. They're high school students, man.
But for them, I don't need to see it. I'm just saying.
Yeah, for them, yeah.
And we're back. Unfortunately, after the episode, Stanz drops a bombshell, and I'm very confused, and I need answers, Stanz. Please explain.
Yeah, flags at half-mast. The lead singer of Smash Mouth is not doing well, and he is going to be passing in the next 48 hours or so.
Okay, you didn't even phrase it like that, first of all. I want you to be more genuine to the audience.
That is because I thought I would give him a little more respect. What happened was we finished the recording, and I said, hey, before we go, I think you should know the lead singer of Smash Mouth's going to die in 2 days.
So I went, okay, how did you find out that information? How do you know? It's weird to say dying in 2 days, like you can predict a death. This is all insane. And I was like, how did you find that out?
I'll have you know that today is the 3rd at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, PT, and I'm 48 hours from now. He's dead.
But this also doesn't come out for the next week. So this isn't you're not gonna be able to like be premonitious for the people. He's already gonna be dead.
But I'm sorry, you think people are gonna think I edit this? I don't like I'm
No, but I don't understand
right now.
why. How do you please explain. I'm so
you
confused.
asked me how I knew, and I said I was prescient, and you didn't believe me.
Yes, I don't believe you that you've... Okay, either it's true and you've read it somewhere, which is also insane because it was 30 seconds after the Glee episode had ended and you randomly said it in between recordings, or it's not true and you've just made it up and you randomly said that and you're going off with, yeah, I'm prescient.
Yeah, only time will tell, right?
Please stop doing the bit. You've melted my brain, Stanz. Please tell me how you know.
There's no bit. I foretell. I don't know. I have a deep connection to Smash Mouth the band, and I can just feel that something is going wrong.
Okay, but what happened in that moment then for you to just randomly say that out of nowhere?
I brain blasted into his body.
That's not a thing. You didn't brain blast it. What does that mean?
I brain blasted into his body, and I feel he's in a hospital bed of some sort.
Into
but
his
at home.
Body?
Yeah, and I can just feel he's not doing
sorry.
too well. I assume it's the alcohol, probably. Maybe like his liver or something.
Where did you read this, though?
Read what?
I've just Googled it, so I know that it's an article.
We literally just watched a full episode of Glee. I didn't touch my keyboard. I didn't touch anything. And I told you that. And now you got issues with me.
Yeah, but 2 hours ago, Smash Mouth Steve Hardwell on his deathbed, only days to live.
Damn, 2 hours ago? I was a little slow in my brain blast. It hit me about 3 minutes ago. 3.5 maybe.
What? I just don't understand what you checked to click. Like, what did you even have time to go on is why I'm so confused. I understand that you saw an article that said it, but the part that I was confused at was how you even managed to find it. And then for you to be like, yeah, I just had a brain blast and not let the bit go is absolutely insane.
So what do you think is more likely? The thought that I would be a member of the Smash Mouth fan club and get push notifications straight to my phone whenever there's any news, or the fact that I can see the fucking future, brother?
Yeah, you obviously can see the future. I take it all back. I'm sorry.
It'd be embarrassing to be a member of the fan club.
But you're not part of the fan club. What does that mean?
Oh, so then I can tell the future. That's the only two options, really.
Sorry, was it before or after watching him do a Nazi Heil on stage that you joined his fan club, Stanz?
Way
before. But you stayed.
I believe in separating the art from the artist.
It wasn't enough for you to leave the fan club.
I hate him, but I love Smash Mouth. Is that not fair?
I feel like you don't need to be in the fan club.
Well, I want to support the other 3 members.
Oh, yeah. Famously, they're very anti-Nazis, but he is, and they just have to deal with him.
So true. The same thing happened with Roger Waters and Pink Floyd.
But didn't he leave?
I think maybe. I don't fucking know. I don't listen to Pink Floyd.
I'm very sorry for that tangent.
Me too. I didn't even want to talk about it. I just wanted to give you the news.
Doing a bit in between.
I was not doing a bit in between. I literally just thought I'd share that we weren't even recording. Which is how you know it wasn't a bit.
Which is why it was insane, because you were doing a bit saying that you had a premonition about the lead singer of Smash Mouth's death seconds after we finished watching an episode.
Yeah, because that's what it hit me. My mind had room to expand.
Stop saying that. I'm gonna fucking lose it.
I don't know what to say. Would you like to talk about Glee now?
In the sweatiest room for the last 4 hours doing this podcast, and you throw in my fucking dehydrated brain the Smash Mouth lead singer is gonna die. I thought you'd said nothing, and I was like hallucinating, and that you hadn't said anything. This could all be. I could have passed out on the floor like hours ago, and this is all just in my head.
Right, but it's not, because this is the truth, baby. I predicted it.
Stop saying I predicted it.
I predicted it. I should have said we're recording this episode on the 2nd at 3 o'clock, and then we'd really be fucking with people, huh?
Speaking of, I hate this transition. Speaking of things Stan's predicted.
Yes. Almost everything right this episode.
Well,
Again,
no.
The goat.
No,
goats stay goats.
You specifically predicted the opposite of most of what happened.
What?
One of the things that you predicted, but you didn't, I feel like you kind of didn't, is you said this would be a filler episode. And I feel like it wasn't a filler episode, but it was for the pregnancy plotline. So...
Right, which is the main plot line, because I don't really give a shit about regionals, you know what I'm saying? I don't give a shit about the quality of the Glee Club.
The Glee Club is the main plot line of Glee, so...
No, I think it's just horny people is the main plot line, to be perfectly honest.
Okay, that's true. I mean? Then this was also not a filler episode, because there's a bunch of horny people.
Yeah, because there was, exactly. I will agree I was wrong on that, because Finn took Rachel out on a date for some reason, which is insane.
Finn was a Rizzler, dude. He, had to turn on his game, and he did, and it worked, which is crazy to me.
He was like, hey, you want to find a dark closet and make out with me? And she was like, damn, this is good. This guy knows his stuff.
But yeah, and also then was for completely the wrong reasons, led her on, and then didn't reveal, kissed her, which is bad because obviously...
Although they keep saying he kissed her, I feel like, and maybe I'm wrong here, she kissed him.
Oh, no, she 100% kissed him.
Okay, thank you.
That kiss, it's not like he didn't kiss back, you know? He didn't go, whoa, I've got a girlfriend.
Right, but that could have been a Pavlovian response, you know what I'm saying?
He is a bit of a himbo, so he might have not realized what was happening.
But he didn't initiate. He gave her a hug because she rolled a strike.
I'm not saying it's his fault, but for them to kiss, and then his response, which was, I want you to join the Glee Club so we can have more moments like this, that's when it's his fault.
100 billion% yes.
Especially.
But wait, let me turn this on his head. He did it because he wants to get out, go to college, and raise his child well. So did he do it for the right reasons in the grand scheme of things?
He just could have not done that. That's crazy. Or convinced her in a nice way.
You're saying he could have just told her exactly what's happening as her friend, and maybe she would help him? Yeah, a likely story.
I feel like you're purposely trying to fuck with me. In this post-recording thing, because during the episode, we were both going, yeah, Finn's cringe, fuck cringe Finn, we're no longer Team Finn. And the recording ends, and I go, hey, he was kind of cringe. And you're like, whoa, come on, he wasn't a victim. This is crazy.
Have you ever made a podcast, bro? All I do is just say a thing and then sometimes say the opposite. That's it. That's a podcast. We're making a stew.
No,
you know what I mean?
I'm asking you to be a human being and just have a conversation stance and not just say the opposite of whatever I say. That's insane.
Sometimes there's a little devil's advocate. He wants to raise his little baby right. Was it worth it?
No, he was wrong. He was cringe. This next statement, I want you to play devil's advocate for, Stanz, okay? Okay. They should cut the pedophile out of the show. He's crazy. Why is he still on the show? He touches kids. That's insane. Go, Stanz.
What did the principal actually say? It's like, well, there's no proof. Which he said in that episode, maybe? The episode before?
That was the episode before, I think. Yeah.
I was a little hasty. It was weird when the interviewer kid was like, take your tits out. I want to see your boobies. That was weird.
I forgot that was a thing. I think, so obviously that didn't play out in this episode. But it gave me a flashback of remembering that I think that does play out in a future episode. Right. The creepy interviewer guy asking to see Rachel's tits.
Right. He was one of the people. So before this, you showed me the SAG-AFTRA people. He's one of the people there.
Yes.
Which makes me feel worse about it. I can understand why Rachel wasn't there. You know what I'm saying?
It's a bit, I mean, when it comes up in the next episode, or like, I don't know if it's the next, but like a future episode, I as soon as I saw that scene, I was like, oh God, I remember how this happens. It's fucked. But I don't think they play it off like it's that fucked, which is why, obviously, it's extra bad.
Yeah, you have to call attention to it in the moment of like, hey, this isn't cool anymore.
So I'm not looking forward to that moment, that storyline, that plot won't be very good, but we didn't have it this episode. We only had the start, so that's good. The main addition to this episode was the new character, April Rhodes, Tony Award winner. She's cringe, though. So
yeah, but you taught me what we need to do, which is abstract all of the. Basically, there's two universes here. There's the songs and there's the real world.
1 billion% for Glee.
Yeah,
100%.
And so in the real world, yeah, she was unbelievably cringe. Like she was an alcoholic. She was giving kids alcohol and porn. She committed statutory rape with what seemed to be multiple members of the football team.
Yes, at the same time.
But in the song she slayed, and that was worth it.
Dude, sure. It's so worth it. It was very interesting for her to play like an insanely like bad character, and for it to almost be played off like she wasn't really doing things that bad, you know? They were like, oh, she's a bad influence on the kids. Not that she was like...
They kind of gave her like a hero's exit where she's like, yeah, you're right. What I'm doing is wrong. Thank you. And I was like, wait, what? No,
like, you should
call
be
the police.
In jail. This is crazy. You committed at least like 3 crimes in this episode. That's wild that she's just walking away.
And it was all enabled by Mr. Schues, who sucks, dude.
Yeah.
He brought her back.
It actually so cringe. Like, I understand if they hadn't have revealed that Will saw that she was drunk before she got on stage, I would, like, the scene of where he kind of forgives her and she says, I'll be on the straight and narrow from now on, that, it gave me enough of a reason to be like, okay, Will's doesn't know that she's going to be drunk. She said that she's not going to be, and he's already, for some reason, got her to be part of the Glee Club, which is already weird, so it's not, like, that bad as long as he thinks that she's not going to be drunk anymore. But to then her turn up, be obviously drunk, him go, are you drunk? And she goes, fuck yeah, I'm drunk. And then him let her go on stage, that is absolutely insane. I cannot believe that we just don't have Will find out that she's drunk and it's fine.
Yeah, but it was true to his character because his character is a piece of shit.
Yeah, but they don't want him to be a piece of shit. Why do they keep on making him be a piece of shit? It's crazy.
Yeah, they're dumb. They're dumb and bad. They don't. It's what we were talking about at the beginning of this with like studio heads. It's like, no, they don't get what he is or what he's doing. You know what I mean? They're like, don't you love our hero, the alcoholic misogynist? You know what I mean? It's all the old action movies, the same thing. Like, yeah, it
is very fucked. I wrote down one of the lines that she said that is especially fucked. High school boys are hotter than they used to be. I'm sorry. They wrote that into a fucking show, and when she could be redeemed at the end, that's fine.
Yeah, and the redemption was so weird because it was just like she got her moment. She's like, yeah, I shouldn't be doing this. It's like, what? It felt out of nowhere to me, for sure.
Yeah, it felt, it was similar vibes to me from how you were talking about George Washington and Hamilton, but for completely different like reasons. Like George Washington and Hamilton got like a huge send off because A, it's George Washington, and B, the actor was like an amazing performer, super famous on stage. So it feels like they brought in a Tony Award winner, and when we can't like
she can't have a bad
character
ending.
go off
she
without
has to get
a
her
redemption.
roses and her cheers. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, but they didn't just write the character differently. Then, if you want to do that, if you want to redeem her, don't make her irredeemable.
Yeah, don't make her the worst person. Yeah,
It was actually insane because there's a lot of, I feel like in TV shows, people come up with like excuses for certain plot lines or how characters act because they're like, oh, this is realistic, or this is how it would happen, or like, oh, this, like they explain it away, but they forget the whole point of a show, which someone wrote it, someone chose for this to happen. It's not like it's real life and it didn't have to, or like it.
Although I will say that's my favorite thing to do is be like, it had to be that because that's that character. Like in real. Not real, but when you get really into the art, you're like, yeah, that's Rachel. Rachel does that thing.
Oh, for sure. I think there's some like things that happen that make sense, but when you're adding in a new character and you want them to have a hero's fucking send off, you don't write them as a fucking child molesting, fucking sexual assaulting, drug user. It's crazy, all the stuff that she was doing and saying in this episode.
Hey, you're cooking, King. Straight up.
But on the other side, like you said, separate universes for a second. Damn, could she sing? There's some great performances from her this episode.
Yeah, unbelievable.
The maybe this time like duet with Rachel was fucking so good. That one note that she sang towards the end that Rachel sang really speaks to how fucking amazing Rachel is as a performer, that she can compete with like Tony Award winners. And this was like basically the first, like Rachel had performed, Lea Michele, had performed on Broadway like as a child actress, but she hadn't like done performances. This was like her breakout role. So it's crazy that she's able to compete in any way, shape, or form and hold water. She's amazing. I wrote down Finn cringe following in Schues' footsteps because you have been a proponent, Stanz, of the fact that the show is basically just a mirror of Finn with Will, and the plot lines are basically just the same.
They're doing the same show twice just to pad it. It's crazy.
They write one storyline to do it twice.
Oh no, this thing happened, and then like literally the next episode, or even sometimes the same episode, it's like this thing happened that is the exact same thing but with slightly different characters.
Yeah, they do it because they like to theme episodes, but also they do it in different episodes. So it is. I'm noticing a lot more than I thought it was when you first brought it up. I was like, you're crazy, and now I'm like, wait, they're making Finn cringe because Will Schues like in the same ways that Will was.
It's like, wait, Schu and his wife, who isn't right for him and has a pregnancy scare, loves Emma, and Finn and his girlfriend, who has a pregnancy scare, loves Rachel. It's like, this is. It's fine if there are key differences that like help us learn something, or that like we think they're the same, but because they are different, we made a misunderstanding about something that's going to happen next. But they are actually just reusing content.
It's like that one scene in Hamilton where it was... okay, so I was going to say Adin Ross.
Excuse me? It's like the one scene in Hamilton where Adin Ross got on stage?
Yeah, Adin Ross, the VP that shot Hamilton, Adin Ross. What's his name?
Lin-Manuel Miranda, who are you talking about?
The VP that shot Hamilton.
Oh, Aaron Burr, sorry, VP. Yeah,
Aaron Burr. Adin Ross, Aaron Burr, they're close. When he was on stage talking about all his woes and things, and I was like, wow, this is like, it's interesting because I feel like Hamilton has like very similar issues and problems, and then it cuts to the other side of the stage.
Yeah, the light turns on the other side of the stage, and he's like, my life is the same, and I also feel this way.
I literally said something like, oh wow, it's interesting how it parallels Hamilton's life, and you say, parallel mayhaps, and a chair appears on the other side, and it's mirrored. It feels like they're doing that, but not trying to draw as much attention because they're not doing it for a parallel, they're doing it because they're cutting down on like storylines. It's very funny.
Yeah, maybe. And I would hate to talk shit because maybe the showrunner or the writers have like this idea of the culmination of it and that we think it's a parallel path, but really they're different. But right now, yeah, I'm like, okay, I'm seeing the same thing twice.
Yeah, a lot of the beats are very similar. But it's also, it allows, and this is again something that I really like about the show that is like in rewatches harder to get past, which is the father-son dynamic of Will Schu and Finn. And it makes the fact that they're both going through similar things, those scenes have a lot more impact, and you feel like not only do they like know what they're going through, but Finn can almost like be there for Will and help. They help each other a lot, which is really, really nice. But that's not happened that much yet, but it comes up a lot more. Which I think when in rewatches I'm going to find more cringe that fucking Schuster's like airing grievances with a child, but you know.
Yeah, I think you talked about it with Kurt's dad, where it's like when you watched it at the time, you were like, oh yeah, that was very progressive and cool, and you watch it now, it's a little different. So I'll give Mr. Schu a little bit of like credence, and also he's an actor, and like we're really talking to the writers. I will give the writers who wrote his parts a little bit of reprieve, because it's like at the time maybe that was actually seen as progressive or cool, or you know.
Is there anything that you want to add before we move on to your predictions, Stans?
Predictions for the future, or should we just take a moment and say that my predictions for this episode goated, scroted?
Okay, let's go over your predictions then, Stans, if they're so goated and scroted.
Mm-hmm. Rachel comes back, which she did.
Yes.
Twice. She came back twice. That's 200% prediction.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly what you said, but there was... the Somebody to Love was like your main prediction, and you were like, okay, so Puck is gonna sing this about that, and I was like,
oh, that would have been so sick.
I was but they do.
Here's the problem with the filler episode of bringing in fucking April Rhodes and like just like doing something silly, which kind of we were saying like, what if it's a circus episode? It was kind of like that. It didn't progress. Like we basically didn't see Quinn and Puck at all this episode, so we didn't actually get it. To my mind, this almost was a filler episode.
I feel like they're not main characters though, so not seeing them is like a bonus. Like that means it less like filler.
Yeah, I guess maybe I just want them to be main characters because that's like the drama and that's
the storyline you like wasn't included, but the main storyline, the main plots were moving forward.
About Mr. Schu at all
because Glee Club, Mr. Schu, and Rachel and Finn are like the main driving force currently.
Right, but to me it's like, okay, do I care if they win regionals? Like that's like kind of low stakes. This high school girl's pregnant and like that's great. Like you know what I mean? Like this is gonna be so hard. That's like the higher stakes thing. So that's what I want. I need to progress that storyline and not like, oh, are we gonna win this event? Who cares? You know what I mean?
But you specifically said that Somebody to Love was gonna be sang by like two characters falling in love, and it would be crazy.
That was just
wrong. It would be crazy to just listen to it as a song and it be a performance, and it was literally that.
I mean, it was sung by Finn and Rachel, who love each other.
Yeah, but it wasn't sang. It was sang as a performance stance. They were at invitationals. They were literally doing the thing you said it would never be.
Yeah, but they looked into each other's eyes and he said, we have to give her all the help she can get. And then they sang.
Not only was it the thing you said it would never be, but it was the thing that I gave you a layup for and was like, hey, it could be this though. And you were like, never, it would never be this.
I think if you dive deep into the subtext, you would see that this was a song duetted by two lovers.
You said the words, what are they going to do? Just play a song and we watch it? And then that's exactly what happened, Stans.
But it was
multiple times in this episode.
Lovers. I think there's a lot around that. The atmosphere is thick. There's tension.
It is actually strange. Just thinking about the songs of this episode, which were very much because they got a Tony Award winner and they went through the songs. They made the most of her. I feel like some episodes are like, we're not really going to touch on the songs that much. Like I feel like last episode there wasn't that many like this. It wasn't that song forward really. This episode felt like there was not only were there songs that were progressing the plot, but there are songs that they're just singing because they're in a musical.
Yeah, like specifically like the cowboy one. I can't remember what the song was. But it was like the episode is actually the exact same. If that doesn't happen and he just doesn't let her perform, and Rachel has to come in and do her part. You know what I mean?
True, yeah. They just wanted another performance out of her.
Yeah, exactly. They just wanted
their
performance. They wanted their little cute cowboy outfits.
So true. Yeah. And also, it's setting the precedent that they're trying to follow what happens in Glee, as in like not the show, the clubs. So all of these performances, they do like a certain amount of things. Invitationals isn't like a big thing. It's just like practice for the big thing, where they have to do, I think, 3 performances. But they also run into the problem, which is all of these performances that we've seen the Glee Club do currently are supposed to be like lead-ups into the actual finished thing. So in theory, all of the good performances we've seen so far, like Don't Stop Believing, like Somebody to Love, they will have to redo at regionals or at their final thing.
Right.
So they kind of avoid that by just doing those performances off screen as though they did them when we get to those episodes. So we don't see them do the same song again.
Yeah, that's good because that would be cringe. And then also have
Yeah.
to license it multiple times. There's like business reasons not to do it, but I'm glad. I'm glad.
But then they also run into the problem of, so we don't have any songs to show. What the fuck do we do? So they add it. They usually like tack on like one extra song that they haven't shown us as the thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
The songs were really good this episode, and I am looking forward to future episodes because we still haven't had a mashup yet. And the mashups are so good, and I'm so looking forward to it. It just needs to happen.
Yeah, I'm sure there will be some in season 1.
Oh yeah, there is for
seem
sure.
like such a big part of acapella. We talked about Pitch Perfect earlier, and even like Glee clubs and acapella groups in college doing like tons of mashups because that's like the fun thing to do. So I assume we'll get a couple in season 1.
I'm looking up when the first one is. I thought it was
Glee
episode 8.
mashup is?
Oh, it's literally the episode is called Mashup, which is so good.
That's annoying.
Oh, and the mashups aren't that good, I don't think.
Ooh.
I just looked at the list and I'm like, none of these are that great. So, but there's one specific episode. The It's My Life mashup is amazing and I can't wait for it. Someone in the Discord said something actually really funny about that episode. Let me find it. My Glee hot take. Artie's solo during It's My Life / Confessions Part 2 is the best Glee performance and it's not close.
Wow, do you think they're right?
That's from Captain Hampton. I think they are smoking reefer, but it's really good. Because it's saying the best performance and it's not close is crazy. I don't think it's even the best performance, but it's really good. But Glee is fucking... There were better performances this one episode than that one section of the thing. But that song's really good. It's My Life / Confessions is fucking... It is fire. It is heat. Mm-hmm. So I'm looking forward to that episode. I don't know when it is, but it's coming soon. So we got a lot to look forward to. Okay, Stanz, predictions for next episode. What do you think's going to happen?
Oh man, I think we have to have a Quinn and Puck episode because they're such a big part of it, and they had literally nothing in this episode.
Right.
Which is crazy.
So back
Quinn's
to
pregnant. She should be the main character. Like we have to know what's going on with her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? These other
back to
characters
the pregnancy
are
plot line. You're thinking is your prediction.
Yeah, but again, you're right. It's 23 episode season or whatever. You could easily do a filler. Like it wouldn't be crazy if we like got Artie's backstory or if we got Brittany's backstory. You know?
Okay, to be clear, you can't say both and then be like, I got it right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm really making no prediction because I don't.
that's worse than you're gonna say you're right regardless. Then what the hell?
No, I'm just saying there's no way to know. There's literally no way to know.
That's insane. So what's your prediction?
My prediction is that this episode is
idea.
unpredictable. Yeah, so I can't say I'm right next episode because I've made no prediction. I don't see any connective tissue. I put up my little red string.
This man can predict the death of Smash Mouth lead singer, but can't predict what happens in a recorded episode that's already happened.
That was a mind blast, and I'm prescient, but I'm not.
All right, get a mind blast from Leah Michelle and figure out what happens next episode. Then,
honey, I don't choose when the mind blasts come.
Don't call me honey. I'm editing this podcast here. That's fucking insane.
Thank you for watching.
Sweating
Happy
too
Glee
long
Day.
to be called honey. Thank you for watching. We need to say the outro Stanz, which you love to say.
I do love to say the outro, and the outro is what I'm trying to think of. If your grandpa didn't wear it, you would have never been born. Old Spice.
Great. Is that Old Spice? Is that like
it's
an old Old Spice?
Something like that. Old Spice slogan.
You're looking at it. I'll trust
what is the original Old Spice slogan? If your grandfather hadn't worn it, you wouldn't exist. What did I say? If your grandfather didn't wear it, you wouldn't be born.
Well, why are you saying the old one, you fucking boomer? It smell like a man.
Smell like a man is gendered and cringe.
Yeah, but the grandpa one's also kind of crazy.
No, that one's lit because that means that Grandpa got it in, you know.
Okay, well, why are you okay with it being a random slogan each time rather than just saying our catchphrase that we own? Stanz?
I just get bored, to be honest.
Okay, well, you're a monkey and you got to dance. You got to jump through the hoop. I said it last time and it was too cringe. You need to say it this time.
Let's talk about that.
You were thinking about that for a long time.
I couldn't remember. I think it's such a boring outro that I don't even remember it.
Wait, you didn't remember it, or
no? I didn't. Yeah, that was me. I was going through the annals of my brain, figuring like, what do they say?
That's so funny. I thought you were trying to figure out if you were gonna say it or not, like if you could be bothered to say it.
You told me to say it, so I said it. I know the rules.
Hell yeah. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.